Tricks, that was the Cardinals.
No, you're just gonna use that team now, Jackson.
Hey everybody, it's the coach.
I mean, I'll still beat him. Either way.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football
right
League
now,
brings us to historic
guys, I'm not
Baltimore,
facing
Maryland,
anybody.
and
So just to let you know, I'm not facing
It's an
anybody.
AFC North matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Bust through the tackle. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Jackson now off the bootleg, on the move to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Finds it open past the 40, and all the way up to the 46.
I'm right about to get a
Nice job
touchdown.
there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
So in this case, you'd think the defense would
Come
be
on,
collapsing to
Graham.
the left side of the field, and they forced him to his left. So he just
You
tucked
said
it
you were
away
gonna watch my
and picked
stream.
up some yardage.
Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of
I mean, you said you wanted to.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force
Because
it,
you
nor
made
did
me
he
wa-
throw it
make
away.
it.
He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
I just broke those people's ankles.
Offensively, they like their
I broke
situation,
those people's
so they tried to
ankles
take a
bad.
shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
No, look, if you saw before, I broke their ankles.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Jackson steps away. He'll run it. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Didn't you see that?
A 15-yard touchdown.
Scramble.
And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score.
Going up. Hey, why aren't you watching?
Not the first time on this drive we saw him take
Why
matters
aren't
into
you
his own
watching?
hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top row. I like it. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. They'll try and run.
Are you kidding me, Randy?
And he will get in to make it 8-0.
2 yards with the 50 times.
And what a way to cap off the opening touchdown drive. You go for 2 and you get it.
Remember when the PAT or the extra point was a gimme, right? Not plus 99%. It's not that way anymore, so more people are willing to take a chance, go for 2, and take the kicker a little bit out of the game.
I lost my
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out.
It doesn't say that you're watching
it.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They're led onto the field.
No,
by
did
a
you
man
see
who
me get
needs
that
no
touchdown with Lamar
introduction,
Jackson?
Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
An absolute prototype for what you draw up as a big, strong quarterback that has to stay in the pocket and make big throws with people all around him and even hanging on him, and still has that type of strength to get the ball downfield. Ben Roethlisberger, an absolute rock in the pocket, but he also can escape and make big plays that way as well.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I'm gonna intercept this.
First carry
Stop
for James
running!
Conner. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll
Wait,
mark him
isn't
down at the
JJ
39.
Smith on this team?
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Yeah, he's going to comment something. He's going to comment something.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was
Or you
the
can
target.
go on, Graham.
It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you go on like Graham's
The
channel and look
starters now
for some of his
defensively for
comments.
Baltimore.
And free safety Earl Thomas has a list of accomplishments as long as anyone's
Jackson
armed. The thing I think
Tube.
about with him at all times, no matter what happens in front of him on the defensive end of the ball,
JACKSON.
he's back there to
Uppercase
erase any mistakes that happen.
no
The
space.
top guy in the league, as far as I'm concerned,
Graham
in that
can tell you.
category.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Why does this guy keep doing
He'll
running
get about
plays?
3 as he's brought down right around
Oh,
the
yo, what's
32.
up, Connor?
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Dang it!
Flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Connor, why?
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable
Why would you want to
down,
take that?
32. They'll try and run for
Stop
it.
doing running plays!
Very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that means 4th down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. This Ravens offense heads back out there.
Scramble time.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Oh, he sheds himself free. He's at the 30. 10.
So hard.
And all the way.
Graham, did you just see that?
Lamar Jackson.
I literally just got a touchdown.
This opening quarter. And the Ravens were able to show off their quick strike
Really?
ability.
Okay, Lamar Jackson is pretty
When you
fast.
want to talk about making something out of nothing, boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
That's all I'm going to say. Lamar Jackson
He
is
couldn't find
pretty
anyone
fast.
open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now.
Guys, I'm sorry about the team. Oh, chill. That was the best touchdown I've ever seen. Yeah. When I popped off!
When I popped off, baby.
Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. So an onside kick fail in the first
Hey,
quarter.
Connor, I'll do it again on the next play
It's not
that I
apparent, is
have
it?
the ball.
You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. And maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage.
Stop doing running plays!
They just didn't get it done.
They do.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be
Okay,
second down.
Beaner.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down,
You should have
Roethlisberger.
Hold that.
And he finds McDonald. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? Guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the
I was
field.
waiting for my runaway.
Terrific job by the offense.
Nope.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
I completed it,
James
Charlie.
Washington there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. He was on point throwing the ball.
Yeah,
right
Connor, that's what I was going to say.
Down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down
the reporter
close.
said
I think that
Connor's
big play
last
left them
name.
reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Yeah.
And then mine is...
And yours is?
Kel! E.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Hail Mary,
Let's
Hail
field it at the
Mary.
2.
Yes, I'm going to say
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Oh.
The Baltimore offense
All right,
at
Connor,
the line,
ready
set
to
to get
see?
going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense.
Rub his ankles, rub his
How
ankles.
do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some
Oh,
determination
no!
that sets in.
I was so close.
They weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the
Okay,
credit to the
Graham,
offensive guys for
to
getting
be
it
fair,
done,
Lamar
but
Jackson
to
is really
run
fast.
that length, that's just not being prepared.
Kyle
So now, are they
but then
determined?
my
Are they ready
guy
to read
that
their
I
keys
have,
and make the proper plays?
I mean, Watson is fast.
Determined they are. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's
ready,
the
Connor?
Ravens
I'm
in
gonna do it.
possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson now. He'll try and run it. And he will score. Touchdown.
Call me a Big Mac.
Lamar Jackson
I did it again.
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. As the Ravens
Jackson
pull further
Tube.
in front.
For the last
This is
time.
becoming quite the half he's had here.
J-A-C-K-S-O.
Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns,
So,
there's
Jack.
no reason to go away from it, is there?
J-A-C-K.
They hope it
Tristan, don't tell
continues.
him to
3
shush.
all ready for him. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And this is gonna be
J-A-C-K.
caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles,
no
just in
space,
general, what are your
uppercase
thoughts
T.
passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team.
U-B-E.
What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point
You should
conversion.
see
But the stats will tell
a
you
guy,
that running it
a
is
kid
about as
wearing a
proficient.
Spider-Man
So know
sweatshirt.
your team and go to your strength.
Tucker now to kick it away
You
following
see
the
it?
touchdown.
Turks, did you find it?
And they will not get a chance to
Tricks.
return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchdown.
Tricks.
Next drive coming up for the
Okay, go
Pittsburgh
into my
Steelers.
stream.
I'm not sure what was going on this past season
Okay,
in the
comment
Keystone
then.
State of Pennsylvania, but you think about the Eagles and these Steelers and the injury bug that bit both
All
of
right,
them. It's really
next-
hard to fathom.
next
if it's
play-
germane to the Steelers,
next play,
though,
Connor, I'm gonna
the
do it
dreadful
again.
start really began with the injury to Ben Roethlisberger.
I don't know
Lost
what's
for the year
supposed to
after
happen.
2 weeks of
Got it,
things,
Connor?
although they
Oh
obviously
yeah,
picked
and
things up later in the year. Charles
Tricks,
started to go
watch
south
the
right
whole
there.
thing
I think their
because
head coach,
I'm going to be
Mike Tomlin,
scrambling with Lamar Jackson
Not
so
going to win
much.
head coach of the year, but to me deserves great consideration.
And watch how a
because
good scrambler
1-4
does it.
start, then they won 8 out of 10, and no Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. In fact, they went through, as we would count it, essentially 4 quarterbacks. When you count Joshua Dobbs in the preseason before he was traded to Jacksonville. You end up with an undrafted rookie, Devlin Hodges.
Okay, that
out of
was just
Sanford, the Duck guy, Duck Dynasty himself.
Hello.
But this team, 30th in total offense. They've got a lot of work to do next year. But they get Roethlisberger
Tricks,
back,
comment.
get a healthy James
Type in
Conner
the chat.
back. They'll be right back in the hunt for the
Type in the
AFC
chat,
title.
Lamar
So even
Jackson.
though Pittsburgh's had a lot of great playoff years under Mike Tomlin, you think maybe this was his most impressive coaching job?
To me, this team could have collapsed and just gone totally south with the 1-4 start and all the injuries that...
You guys there?
We're noting they didn't do that. They continued to press and were actually in the hunt, in the thick of the playoff race until a loss to
Tricks, Graham, you guys
Buffalo
there?
at home. I believe it was on a Sunday or a Monday night, and that pretty much knocked them out of it.
And remember, they lost their first
Yo,
round
Graham,
pick. They
can
gave
you
that
hear
away in
me
the
in
trade
Party
for
Chat?
Minka Fitzpatrick, which some people questioned at the time. Turned
Okay.
out okay for him this year.
Turned out
Yes.
better than okay.
My
While
name,
they didn't
right.
make the playoffs,
My
Minka
name, Jack.
Fitzpatrick became an all-pro player. Finding his role in Pittsburgh, he'll be able to be at that
And you
level
have
for
to
many
watch
years
me
to come for
scramble
the
with
Steelers.
Lamar Jackson.
Nowhere to his escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, someone's been up to the task so
but you're still watching my
game.
stream,
They're
right?
already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what?
Watch me
You're
scramble
just
with
gonna
Lamar
put your ears
Jackson.
back now and get upfield and get after the
I'm
quarterback.
It's such an
Lamar
impressive
Jackson.
first half to get that lead.
I'm the
On
Ravens.
second down, Samuels.
Ravens.
So a nice job to break the one
They're not
tackle,
the
but not much
Celtics.
daylight after that as he's brought down.
Celtics is a
They
basketball
get 2 yards
team.
back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. And the Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
they're
third and
continuing being,
16.
yeah,
With a double coverage, and it's
Yo, what?
intercepted.
yes.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Yo, did you see that interception, Tricks?
So it's third and long, and you know this is going to be a pass.
No,
so
ready,
defensively,
Tricks?
they're bringing an
You're
extra
watching.
defensive back and just blanking the field.
You better be
And
watching,
this is a
because I'm
ill-advised throw
right about to
here,
scramble
as
with
it winds
Lamar
up being
Jackson.
picked off easily.
Out to his left. Steps away to his left. Past the 20.
Oh!
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him
No, but you
first
see how
down.
close I get?
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Forced out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson on his way to a historic performance.
And I'm going to keep, and the whole stream, I'm doing it with Lamar Jackson.
Out in front. And that rushing
And
touchdown
I can
is
only,
fourth,
no,
puts
I'm
him
going to do a
just one
challenge. I can
shy
only get a
of the
touchdown
NFL
with Lamar
record in a single
Jackson.
game.
Do you want me to do that,
He would
Tricks?
love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he?
No, I'm not
What a
playing
what a
Man United.
performance.
I'm
What an
playing.
absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Now Tucker to add the PAT.
No. And my GPS is at 2 to 3.
And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23
Tricks.
now.
Look at how many points I have.
But I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2
I'll
plays
show you.
and into the end zone.
Where are we going? That place is an hour
Tucker
away.
now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Yeah. We're leaving in 40 minutes at 12:42.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And out of bounds there on the kick.
Every
So good
time,
field
Tricks.
position for the
Do you want me to
Steelers
do
as
that
they come up
challenge?
First and 10 at the 40.
I can only get a touchdown with Lamar Jackson.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
What was that?
Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Roethlisberger.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together
All right,
a drive
Tricks,
and keep
after
your
this is
defense
my
ready to go
play.
right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit. We're not even at halftime.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one
All right,
hits at the
Tricks.
3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore coming back out here on offense. Charles, unfortunately for the Ravens this year, it
Wait,
just
you watching?
feels like a failure. Yes, the 14 wins in the regular season, but that divisional round loss to Tennessee, such a shocker, really stunned everybody in the NFL.
It certainly did, and I know exactly what you're saying when you say it feels like a failure,
No.
yet you don't want to say it, do you?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it just feels wrong to say.
And he's free going down the left
Hey!
side. It's a foot
Hey!
race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Dude, I'm so good with Lamar Jackson.
An 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Tricks,
One
aren't I
play,
so good with
80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
aren't I so good
Certainly
with
is,
Lamar
but
Jackson?
not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to
Aren't
kickstart
I
your drive
good?
and get it off to a nice start. They went for the
Tricks.
whole thing. and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Tucker now for the extra point.
Jackson, you know me and Tristan can do that.
Tristan
And the lead is now an even 30. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away.
I did a terrible
the touchdown.
This is so hard. This is
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40.
Stop doing that, please, Steelers.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And this is
that's a
taken
pretty
in
good
one-handed.
catch
What
by
a
the
catch.
Steelers.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
And those gloves, they do have a little grip to them.
A little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Thomas.
Jackson.
What?
Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Oh yeah, ready,
now
Graham?
gears up
Watch.
to help lead this offense back out
First
there.
play, I'm
But
going
the
to
good
scramble with
news,
Lamar
his team's
Jackson, get a
winning.
touchdown.
The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
Break your ankle.
Because
It's a flag,
these
it's a
types of
flag.
backs want to be
Not on me,
in the
right?
center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right
What?
now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
And he probably wants a little bit more
after.
of the spotlight going forward. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal
Oh,
foul
God.
yardage. And he is down at the 48.
Graham, I can
A
only
pickup
get
of 4 that
touchdowns
started
with-
at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
What?
And he will not make it back to the line
I'm
of
trying to only
scrimmage as
get
he's gonna be
touchdowns with
taken
Lamar
down.
Jackson.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right
Graham, I'm
defensively.
trying to
Because
get
other than
all my
that, it's really
touchdowns
been a
with
first
Lamar
half to
Jackson.
forget. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, no!
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's
I am
looking to
not
take
doing
off and
good.
run
I
every
am
time he
not
steps back
doing
to
good.
throw.
I am
But they
not
did a nice
doing
job
good.
there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain.
I'm going to go for it.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. To throw is Jackson, dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will.
And that's why you go for it.
And for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Graham, you see
Heard a
that?
coach talk about those late in the half scores,
I broke those
especially
people's
ones
ankles.
that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can fit. Finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Tucker now to add the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will.
Oh my God, I'm
people thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a round. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Well, why do I have to kick off?
And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And this doesn't work.
Why do I have to
recover
kick
it.
off?
A gutsy call there. He exits the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their...
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they...
Guys, that's good on the stream, so yeah, bye.